Hello, it is Friday, November 7th, 2025. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Friday crossword today, which means we're going to be solving a themeless crossword, the first of two themeless puzzles for the week. And it might be a bit punny or misdirecting. That's often what happens on a Friday. We'll find out if that's true today. And this possibly punny edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Kathleen Quinn, Quotidiophile, and, as always, the indomitable Shoalmaster and the indefinable Charlie Paget. Thank you so much to the four of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign. It's their generous support that keeps this channel going, and if you'd like to support it that same way, you can head over to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the description field link. You'll find bonus videos available to patrons. That includes the most recent Boss Words Fall Themeless League puzzle. Apologies if you tried to view that recently and it wasn't there. Just have this ongoing issue with Patreon where it sort of drops videos that I've definitely attached to the posts. I don't know what's going on with that, but I've re-added it, so that is there if you would like to watch the most recent Boss Words themeless puzzle. And more coming soon, of course. And the official mug for benefactors. Thanks to everybody who supports the Patreon channel at any level. All right, let's get on to today's crossword, shall we? As I said, this is a Friday themeless crossword. It's constructed by Kelly Moranis, who's responsible for a small handful of puzzles in the New York Times. It was edited, as always, by Will Shorts. Let's start solving, shall we? Pain reliever. What would that be? Pain reliever. Blood thinner or something? I'm not sure. Okay, novelist Fanny, who wrote Impression of Life. 1933. Imitation of Life. Sorry, Imitation of Life. Weird. My brain substituted potential synonym. That was odd. Mexican street corn. Elote? That's a Mexican street corn dish, isn't it? Pretty sure that's right. Bamboozled. Hosed, maybe? I'm not sure. Site of a Counter-Reformation Council, 1545 to 1563. Is it the Council of Trent? That's my absolute first knee-jerk reaction. I'm not 100% certain of that. That's just, it's sort of like a muscle memory thing almost in my brain. Oh no, but milk source would be a teat. And bygone office assistant, a stenographer? This could actually be working out. Noted feature of Paris's Parc de Bagatelle. I don't think I know this. Synthetic upholstery material. Synthetic upholstery material. I don't know. I don't think I know what that is. Maybe I'll recognize it when it goes in. Pain reliever. I'm still not sure about these. Okay. Bamboozled could be at sea. I was thinking of it as in someone bamboozled you, but it could be that you yourself are just generally bamboozled. You're at sea. You don't know what's going on. Speaker of the line, your daughter and the Moor are now making the beast with two backs. That's Iago, surely, from Shakespeare. Boy, did the beast with two backs, did that originate from Shakespeare? Unbelievable how many phrases that guy coined. Pain reliever. Heating pad? That's not right. That can't be right. Synthetic upholstery material. Ultra something? Oh, Rose Garden, maybe, is a feature of Paris's Parc de Bagatelle. Okay, that might be right. Code breaking group. The NSA, the National Security Agency, maybe? It might bring a patient to surgery. I don't know, an ambulance or a gurney or something. It might bring a patient to surgery. Sorry, my eye is kind of bothering me. That's why I keep sort of messing with it. Okay, anyway, fruity beverages are aids. Oh, I misspelled Rose Garden. Sorry, that was silly. Yeah, aids like lemonades, limeades. It might bring a patient to surgery. Oh, maybe it is a gurney then. Oh, and maybe this is a heating pad. Is that really possibly right? Oh, Fanny Hurst? Yeah, that's familiar now that I see it, but obviously did not think of it until now. Pain reliever, heating pad. Jobs for body shops. Dents, like in a car. Ultra suede. Okay, I don't know that material, but that must be what it is. Ultra suede. Okay. King of Suedes. Illustrator of the Tammany Tiger. Oh, that must be Thomas Nast, the cartoonist, early 20th century sort of political cartoonist, and this must be referring to Tammany Hall, kind of bygone U.S. political institution. Okay, so step on it, pedal to the metal. There we go. That's a nice long thing to get in there. Mesh. Things mesh, they gel, they go well together. Tell, to tell someone something is to say it to them. Cells that can be vitrified and preserved for future use. Ova, eggs. Word with sweet or blind. Sweet spot or blind spot. Wire holders are... Don't think I know what that is for. What that is. Beverage featured in A Christmas Story, right? That's the film in which I don't remember the child's name, but he gets his like decoder ring or whatever it is and gets the secret message from a character in the show that he loves, and then it's an advertisement for Ovaltine. It's nothing cryptic or cool. Wire holders are... I don't know why I can't see what that is. Professional negotiator, an agent maybe? Like negotiating deals. The Brady household, including Alice, e.g. What are we looking for there? Are there 9 of them? Are we looking for something like that? I'm not sure what we're looking for exactly. I'm thinking 9 because isn't it a 3x3 grid on the show's introduction? Okay, let's go up here. We've not looked at this corner yet. Promote shamelessly, to hawk something or to pump it or to, not sure what else. Charge. I'm in your charge. I'm in your care, you could say. Tandoor, e.g., that's an oven. So what's charge then? Not sure. Elliptical areas. Arcs or... I'm not sure. Promote shamelessly. Oh, flog maybe? That would work with the O. Elliptical areas. Yeah, still not sure about that. Lose all patience with. Flip out on? Yeah, that's right, I think. Okay, leave one's winnings on the table for another bet. Let it ride. Yeah, you do hear people say that. In my case, mainly in films and things, I guess. A charge would be a levy, like a tax. Hot pair would be an item, people who are together romantically. Spare things would be pins, I guess. Spare pin. Yeah, in a bowling alley, you'd have spare pins. Okay. And then elliptical, or you'd have a spare, in terms of your, I don't even know what you call any of this. Your throws, I don't know. Anyway, elliptical areas, gyms. Oh, I see. The elliptical machine would be in a gym. There we go. Dwellings for nomads would be yurts. There we go. The sort of dwellings, as it says. Wire holders, pylons, I guess, like electric pylons, electric wires. Nostalgic tune, oldie but a goodie. Yeah, there we go. That's a phrase people sometimes say. So the fall of, this doesn't look right. The fall of the House of Usher actress. Okay, I must have something wrong. Very start as of an idea would be the seed of it. Oh, an Ennead. That would be a group of 9. The Brady household, an Ennead. Okay, so... maybe her name is T. Nia Miller. Could that be right? The Fall of the House of Usher actress T. Nia Miller? Yurts has got to be right. Ovaltine, so many other things would have to be wrong for Ovaltine to be wrong. Same with Oldie But a Goodie. And Ennead is a group of 9. So I think it must be T. Nia Miller. Okay, I hope that's right. A long, long time would be eons spelled in this way. Usually eons in the New York Times crossword is spelled E-O-N-S, but this way, which you see more here in the UK with the A-E sort of, it's often as a kind of ligature, is still obviously valid. So that is, I guess, the answer. Hagen of Broadway, Uta Hagen, an actor's name I recognize, so I think that must be right. Domesticated insect entirely dependent on humans for reproduction. Interesting. Is it some kind of clothes moth or something? Some kind of moth? The Mysterious Lady Actress, 1928, must be Garbo. Shipping container. Not sure. Decorous. Seemly. Sort of, attractive and appropriate. Shipping container. Yeah, okay. Kind of floor covering. Wood? I mean, that's very straightforward. It seems almost too straightforward. Not sure. Could it be right? Material refined through the Bessemer process. Oh, what's the Bessemer process? I've definitely heard of that. That rings a bell. What is that? I don't. I'm going to remove wood. Settled down. You alit on a surface. You settle down upon it. Bit of wanton gossip. Idle chat or idle words, maybe? A vacationer might hope to catch them. Okay, it's not words. You might hope to catch some rays of the sun. I think it's probably what that is. So what's the bit of wanton gossip? Idle. I'm not sure. Oh, steel. Yes, steel is refined through the Bessemer process. I do recognize that now that I have enough crosses to prod me towards it, but it is definitely familiar. So what kind of moth is this then? What's the domesticated insect? Oh, a silk moth. Oh, that makes sense. To produce silk at scale. Okay. And then a shipping container is, I'm still not sure, kind of floor covering. Oh, the forest floor could be covered by moss. And then a shipping container, a mailer, like shipping letters in the post. Okay, in an awesome way, slangily, like a boss, which was popularized by that Lonely Island skit from ages ago. Okay, a bit of wanton gossip. There's no way it's punnily referring to wontons, the food, is it? No, that would be WONTON. No, it's wanton gossip, as it says, sort of idle or kind of arbitrary or default. I don't know why I can't see what it is. Victuals informally, so that's food. Grub. Idle rumor, that's what it is. Long way to go. I'm not sure what we're looking for there. Jouissance. French, that looks like it would be kind of play or something. What is that? Long way to go. Obstacles to peace sometimes. Egos, I guess. Oh, glee. Yeah, my first thought was like joy or something, but then I thought joue, like jouer, to play. But no, yeah, jouissance must be glee. Okay. So long way to go would be a limo, right? It's a way to get somewhere, from point A to point B, and it is long. It's a stretch limousine. World capital on both banks of the Daugava River, Riga. And then elephant ears or pastries. I think I've heard of that. I can't picture what an elephant ear would look like. Is it some kind of, would it almost look like sort of a Danish kind of thing? I'm not sure. Anyway, that's all fine, I think, so let's keep going. Muscle Man of 1980s TV would be Mr. T. And then Shakespearean Duke. This is like right on the tip of my tongue. Who would this be? Oh, that's really annoying that I can't think of that immediately. Washington Notes. Ones. Oh, Orsino. There we go. Thanks, Washington Notes. Abe's. Abraham Lincoln. Wait, no. Washington Notes. Sorry, ones. Sorry, I was thinking that doesn't make any sense. I think I said ones before, and then I kind of weirdly, my brain went in an odd lateral direction, and I confused myself. No, it's ones. Washington is on the $1 bill. If you arrange something, you sort it, so arranges is sorts. Focus of the historians Tacitus and Suetonius is, I guess, Nero. Tacitus and Suetonius wrote history of the early Roman Empire. Particularly the sort of transition from the Republic to the Empire. Modern identification method. I'm not sure. Lying across. Transverse. Like transverse seating on a train or something like that. Pursuit after a breakup. Solo album or something. I'm wondering if this is referring to the breakup of a band, maybe solo career. Yeah, there we go. That works. President Advisory Group. Oh, the NSC, the National Security Council. Do we have both the NSC and the NSA today? And they're, look at that. They're symmetrically disposed relative to one another. That's funny. I do often think in the crossword, I don't really ever, I'm not always certain. I think which of these is which in a given clue. I think the Presidential Advisory Group, I think that is clear to me. It would be the council, because you do think of a council as being advisory. But there are times where I'm not quite sure which is being referenced. And I think this might be a sort of very light tongue-in-cheek reference to that, especially given that they're symmetrically positioned. All right. Anyway, blank Nagila, Hava Nagila. I'm not saying, by the way, this is a reference to me feeling that way. I think it just might be a reference to crossword solvers generally, possibly encountering these two organizations frequently in the grid. Timesheet calculation. Hours, I guess. Modern identification method. Oh, retina scan. Oh, whoops, sorry. I misspelled pedal to the metal. I wrote medal as in, an honor that you'd get for courage or something. But no, it's pedal to the metal because you're pushing it down to the floor of a car. Sorry, that mistake has been in there the entire solve, essentially. Okay, anyway, a modern identification method would be a retina scan. Phony one would be a poser, I suppose. Riches is lucre. Clear one's name, say, would be to erase something. Why is it one's name? Clear one's, I guess just say, as an example, your name would be an example of something you could erase. 7-time Emmy winner Ed Asner, the actor, who I think was in the Mary Tyler Moore Show and is probably some of these Emmys. Help, e.g., would be a plea. That's help as an example of a plea. So, there we go. All right, that felt like a good, solid Friday puzzle to me. I like these long grid-spanning answers, pedal to the metal and oldie but a goodie. And we did have some punniness. It wasn't an outrageously punny Friday puzzle. We had a few, like spare things would be pins, bowling pins, I suspect. Long way to go would be a limo. That's pretty good, a good solid pun. Clear one's name has a question mark, erase. I don't know why it needs a question mark and the say. I'm not certain enough about the etiquette around that to be 100% confident in my interpretation. And then it might bring a patient to surgery, gurney. I mean, you could imagine reading this in different ways. I guess it's not very misdirecting. And we had, I think, at least 2 Shakespeare references today. And some interesting scientific bits. Yeah, pretty wide-ranging puzzle. And various material-related things, because we had the silk moth that helps produce a material, but also whatever that synthetic material was. That was ultra suede. That's what it was. I like that. I wonder if that's the first time ultra suede has been in the crossword. Maybe not. Anyway, there we go. That was the Friday crossword. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow for the second themeless puzzle of the week, so do join me then on Saturday. But until that point, please do have an excellent remainder of your Friday. Take care.